Very interesting new study about the correlation between gun safety regulation and the number of guns in a state and the number of gun homicides in that state. There is now a new study from the Violence Policy Center using data from the CDC. This is very, very interesting. This is causing gun nuts, the more guns in more places, no matter what, folks, often NRA members, to go absolutely bonkers, Lewis. Listen to what we have here. States that have the most relaxed gun safety regulations and a higher number of guns have more gun deaths. States that have more strict gun safety regulations and fewer guns have fewer gun deaths, which goes directly in the face of this idea, an obviously false notion, that the more guns we have and the more accessible that guns are, the safer everybody will be. Now, let me be clear. Even in the states with the smaller number of gun deaths, the ratio per population of gun deaths is still exponentially higher than in most other developed countries. So, Lewis, while we'll get into the data, let's not forget that even the states that are doing better in the United States still are falling miserably behind what's happening in other countries.
Oh, it's still a total disaster. And not just the sheer number of gun deaths, the per capita gun deaths is it's a total disaster.
The 5 states with the highest per capita gun death rates in 2011, and the reason the numbers are from 2011 are these are the most recent numbers that we have, were Louisiana, Mississippi, Alaska, Wyoming, and Montana. All states that have extremely relaxed gun violence prevention laws, and they have higher gun ownership rates. The states with the lowest gun death rates in the country, Rhode Island, Hawaii, Massachusetts, New York, and New Jersey. Each of these states have stronger gun safety regulations as well as lower rates of gun ownership. I just don't know what else to say. You know, the reactions to this will be, well, if you look within the states, you'll see that most of the violence is within areas that have more gun regulation, and the parts of the state, blah, blah, you know, this completely ignores the fact that within states, even across states, right? We've talked about the Chicago thing with Wisconsin and Indiana having very relaxed gun laws, but within a state, you're not even transporting the guns across state lines. There's nothing that stops you from just going out of your city and getting a gun. And Lewis, when will something be done about this? Because it seems the more data we have like this, the more the gun nuts push for having even more guns.
They will. Well, I'm sure we'll have stricter gun laws in some states, and I don't think we're going to regress at all in this area. But I see this being a very big problem for a very long time in this country.
And I will agree with those who say not every country that has a lot of guns has the same level of gun homicides that the U.S. does. I agree. The problem is Americans with this gun culture where the police can't be relied on, the government is oppressive, it's a very dangerous world out there. That entire meme is why Americans are having this problem with gun violence. I agree, it is not only the guns, but in the U.S. it happens to be, and where we see fewer guns, we see less gun violence. Let's take a break. We have a great program for you today. I'm glad you're with us. We will talk about Megyn Kelly making some Republicans account for their positions on Iraq and so much more. Stay with us.